Hey everybody,
Hello.
it's David Cinelli,
And Ariana
and we're Realtors with Royal LePage Signature, continuing our Fast Talk Friday series. So this is when we
talk fast. Friday.
I'm always talking fast. So these are topics of which either Ariana or I have come up or we've heard our clients ask us, our friends, and we share topics with you just to bestow some real estate knowledge upon you. Okay, you had a great topic again today. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, so let's say you purchased a property at a certain price and things start to change in the market.
Quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Like,
what does that mean for you in the long run if you're not planning on selling your property quickly?
Yeah, so Ariana had a question somebody ran into the other day. She goes, I bought my property in February. We know February 2022, we had the height of the market. Now we're May right now, right?
Yeah.
The prices have dropped, right? And he's kind of like worried about what's going to happen. I'm like, well, what was at the end of the day, we talk about this when we talk with our clients. We always look at the long term, okay? You can't look month to month. Same thing with the stock market. You don't want to be day trading in the stock market every single day. That might be your job, but for regular folks, you're not going to buy a stock one day, sell the next, buy stock, because what happens is it opens you up to a lot of risk and you can lose a lot of money. That kind of sense, it's almost like gambling. Yeah. Real estate should always be a long-term investment. We're talking about years, right? Not 1 year, we're talking like 3, 5, 10 years. And if you're living in the property anyway, it doesn't matter unless when you purchase a property, there's no real equity in the property to pull out anyway in the first couple of years anyway. So if you look at the real estate board in the last 30 some odd years, we have about a 6.8% return per annum compounded. What does that mean? Well, that means, every year, the real estate market on average has gone up 6.8%. Now, does it go up 6.8% every year? Absolutely not. What you notice in the real estate market is this, and same thing with stocks let's be honest, stocks a lot of time do the same thing, but it goes like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, as it's trending towards up. So, if you're looking at a short term and you blow it up, like you can look that there might be a pot, I bought it here, but all of a sudden we're down here. Yeah, if you sell in that market, it's a real loss, obviously too. But if you bought over here and you see the trend going up like this might even be a down market, but you're still up. Does that make sense? So we tell our clients, especially if you're living in the property, don't have to worry about it. Like, what happened in do you remember 2016 to 2017? I know you were a realtor back then. I was, but it's like we had to really shift in the market, right?
Yeah, it's a drop.
Yeah, so before Kathleen Wynn had her, was it April 20th had her 16-point plan, or was it April 16th had her 20-point plan, whatever it was. There was a lot of changes happening in the market that way. We had a lot of inventory hit the market. We had her announcement, no foreign buyers, etc. And then we also had the new mortgage rules. So literally went overnight where we thought it was the height of the market in 2017, which was April, and then overnight it dropped. And then what happened? It bottomed out for a few months until the market had its bearings, which we're noticing is happening in the market right now. We're trying to figure out what the new interest rates are, the war in Ukraine, what's happening with the mortgage rules, etc. So everything's affected. So we have seen a little bit of a drop since February, granted. So, but did you buy in February and then all of a sudden, did you buy in February? Did you buy in February and you're selling in March and you have a loss? No, chances are not. So what we're trying to explain is even in that time, if you waited 2 years, you were back in the money. So if you held on to your property, for example, into February 22 and you bought at the height of the market, you made a lot of money because, again, you weathered the storm. Yeah. So when purchasing a property, I'm doing all the talking here. When purchasing a property, always look at the long term, okay? Don't look at it short term. Even with stocks and stuff too, you should be doing any investments, you have to feel comfortable. You can't be looking at the market every single day.
Yeah, and it's expensive to sell in a short period of time. You have all your closing costs, land transfer tax, realtor fees,
lawyer fees.
Yeah, are you really going to be selling a couple months after you bought? Probably not.
Yeah, we had, I don't know if you watched my show on Hot Market, we had one which we sold, it was on 21 Courtsfield, and we sold the property. And then a year or two later, I think a year and a bit later, the couple got divorced and they sold the property. Now on paper, it looked like they made $300,000. Then we ran around, we took the realtor fees, land transfer, all that. They actually lost money. Yeah. It was within the year. So even though on paper, they sold it for more than they paid for, after all the fees, all that, they're actually in the red, not the black. So so that's why we tell you it should be a long-term investment. You should be day trading with real estate. Yep. Yeah, unless if you know what you're doing, that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. If you're in construction, they know what you're doing. You have deep pockets, and you can weather the storm. Call us too. We're not saying don't call us, but for the average person, yes, it should be a long-term investment. Right? Cool.
Agreed.
Have any questions for us? Feel free to reach out, DM us directly, and we'll try to get you your topic on Fast Talk Friday.